So let's get started in a comfortable seated position. I'm going to sit up on a prop. I have my bolster here. You can use a blanket or even sit on a block or a combination of those. And if sitting cross-legged isn't comfortable for you, you can find the kneeling position, maybe with blocks between the ankles. And just get yourself comfortable. Really find the sitting bones rooting down. So I'm moving from side to side. And then just forward and backwards to really get the hips situated. And just to begin to come into the practice. And eventually allow the body to find stillness in your seat. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Let it go, sigh it out. Again, breathing in. And exhale, sigh it out. Once more, inhaling. Exhale, let it go. Feel the body come into a new stillness. Let the shoulders get heavy. Feel the tailbone just drop down, lengthening through the low back, not forcefully, just letting it settle. That's what we're doing here as we just sit and breathe, letting the body settle, the mind settle. Allowing ourselves to come into this present moment. And to make the space to observe it. Notice what's happening on the sides of the neck. Do you feel like the imbalance? Maybe if so, take an inhale, roll the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, let them drop down the back, the shoulder blades nestling towards each other, the heart gently lifting. And you could take a couple of rounds of these shoulder circles, moving with the breath. Trying to find that sensation of settling on every exhale. With your next inhale, just let the eyes open gently. The gaze rests soft. Blink the eyes. take the leg, whichever leg is in front, and just bring it out to the side. For me, it's my right leg, and it's going out towards the right. The left sole of the foot is inside of the left thigh. I'm going to have my blocks on either side of my leg, just in case I need a little support to keep the spine long. And I'm flexing through my toes of the extended leg, and I'm pivoting my torso so I'm facing out over the leg. And the toes are pulling back towards the face. I have my blocks on the highest setting, my palms pressed down into the blocks, engaging the shoulders on the back. Find the breath in this upright position. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, refine the length of the pose. And then exhale, bow forward. Walking the hands forward. Now I'm going to use my blocks to rest my forearms. You may still have your hands on the blocks. You want to make sure you can still keep your heart opening forwards and the shoulder blades on the back. And that you can still find the engagement of the leg pressing down into the earth, the toes pulling back towards the face. And there's also this element of a gentle twist. As you exhale, especially, feel the navel pressing back to the spine and turning the belly a little bit more to the right. Really subtle. And then on an inhale, lengthen the spine, come up to sit tall. Turn your chest now so your hands are framing your left knee. Keep your left fingertips on the earth. Inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky and back behind you, just stretching, and you can point the toes of the right foot. Just really feel the length into that whole right side of the body, or whichever side of the body is expanding, lengthening. Let the gaze come down to the earth. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. Now the right hand comes down to go along the right leg, and you're lifting the left arm up to the sky, just reversing the direction of that side body stretch. And here we're making sure that we get sort of that turning of the chest open, the heart lifting to the sky, the navel turning up towards the sky. And you might be using props here. You can have the blocks on your leg to use as a rest for the arm, blanket, a pillow. Really trying to find this optimal, sustainable length through the side of the body that's opening all the way down through the low back. On the inhale, come up and just cross your legs in the opposite direction, coming back to a seated posture, coming back to stillness. And really act like this side is a beginning again. So shifting from side to side, noticing the differences between the sides. I think that this simple asana, this seat, is kind of the best place to really gauge what's going on in the body. You can really feel how things are aligning or not aligning, or all the different imbalances that are happening. And by going in the opposite direction of what our natural tendency is, we get the opportunity to correct some of the imbalances. Or simply more fully explore the range of motion. Settling into stillness. Feel the hips and the legs get heavy. Feel the tailbone drop down. Spine lengthening on the inhale. Lifting the heart, lifting the crown up further towards the sky. Maybe finding a shoulder roll again. Maybe exploring going in the opposite direction. Taking about 5 full breaths just to be still. Filling the space between the inhale and the exhale, smoothing out. Body and the mind easing into this natural cycle, following the breath in and out. The next inhale, the eyes open softly. Extend the leg that's in front out to the side. So for me, the left leg, the opposite side from what we just did. The blocks come to frame that extended leg. Hands come to the blocks. Finding the length of the spine, finding the pivot of the torso, and beginning here to really find that engagement of the core so the navel pulls back and we turn a little bit more towards that extended leg. Inhale. Exhale, bowing forward, reaching the heart forward, keeping the spine long. And notice what you're doing with the back of your neck, consciously or unconsciously. Find length through that space. And when you inhale, feel the breath rise from the lower back, up the spine, into the skull. Exhale, feel the shoulders relax, moving down the back. The space throughout the back and sides of the neck is opening, softening. Relaxing the face. When you get to an inhale, lift the torso up. Turn now to the opposite direction. Hands frame the knee, the bent knee, my right knee. Clever. Just breathing in and maybe staying here, or maybe coming to rest on your right hand outside of your right hip and inhaling, opening left arm to the sky and then up and over, stretching, pointing into that extended foot, that left foot pointing away. Notice where it feels good to place the gaze. Is it down towards the earth? Is it up towards the sky? Depends on where your energy is. Inhale, come up through center, and exhale, just kind of tick-tock over into the side bend to the opposite side, reaching the right arm up and over, flexing back through the toes again. Feeling the right hip drop down, getting any props you'd like to support your self-opening. Keeping the shoulders melting away from the ears. Feeling the heart turn up towards the sky. Feeling the breath move smoothly. Inhale, come up, rising through center. Let's pivot, moving some props off to the side. Planting the soles of the feet on the mat, bending the knees, bringing the hands behind you. Pressing down into the palms of the hands. The fingers can point towards the body. They can point to the sides. They can point away from you. It's really up to you as to what feels comfortable. We're just finding a position where we can press down into the hands and lift up through the heart. Press down into the feet. And feel the engagement through the whole body. Feel the length through the neck. And maybe just stay here, feeling the chest opening, the heart opening. Or maybe on an inhale, lifting the hips up to the sky for a reverse tabletop position. Opening through the front of the body. If it feels okay for your neck, you can drop the head back. Lifting the breath up in front of the throat. Press down into the hands, press down into the feet. Keep the hips lifting. Keep the heart lifting. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down. Extend the legs forward. Plant the hands on either side of your hips. Lift up through the heart. Dandasana, staff pose. Toes pull strongly back towards the face. The backs of the legs press down into the earth. On an inhale, let the arms lift to the sky. Keeping the body super engaged here. Plug the shoulders down the back. Feel the muscles of the arms hug in towards the bones. The shoulders drop down as you exhale. The crown of the head reaches up as you inhale. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, roll the shoulders back in the sockets. Inhale. Exhale, begin to roll down, curling the tailbone under. lowering one vertebra at a time, really controlling it through the core, keeping the toes flexed. And landing on the back. Let the shoulders melt down towards the earth. The hands can come to the body. Feel the breath in the body. Close the eyes. Let your knees bend, the soles of the feet come to the earth. Hug the right knee into the chest. And just feel the breath expanding and contracting away from the thigh. Let the knee come off to the right side, moving down towards your right armpit. Press down into the left foot to balance out the hips. Feel the hips engage on the ground. Extend your left leg long. Take your right knee into your left hand. Inhale, let the right arm fall open to the side. And exhale, let your right knee come over to the left, twisting the body. And just noticing where the body finds its equilibrium, where it feels good. For some people, they like to have the knee grounded. Others like to have the shoulder grounded. You can use props to make any of that happen. You can enjoy finding this sort of space of just letting those joints hang. Really just releasing the body into the twist. Use an inhale. Gently come back up through center. Plant the soles of the feet on the earth, returning, centering the spine. Finding the breath. The left knee hugs in to the center of the chest. And just breathe against the thigh. And then when you come to an exhale, let the knee fall open towards the left armpit. Press down into the right foot to engage and ground the hips equally, more or less. Being mindful with the breath when you're ready, turning this into a twist. Extending the right leg down to the earth as the left knee crosses. You might want to lift the hips up and just nestle them under you a little bit more. And notice if what you want from one side to another is different. Just reflecting the multitude of needs that our practice addresses in our body. Really letting the practice serve you, not being attached to an image of the pose, but to the energy and the feeling of the pose. When you're ready, coming back through center. Let's find a figure four pose, crossing the right ankle over the left knee, pressing the right knee away from you, just smooth the palm of the right hand down the length of the thigh. And then keeping that, thread the needle, hands come behind the thigh, shoulders ground down. And if you find it difficult to release the shoulders to the ground here, if you feel like you're being tongued up towards the sky, that's fine. Just let the foot come down to the earth and just focus on pressing the right knee away, finding the hip opening there. Flex through your right foot. Rock the hips from side to side. Feel the lower back spreading. When you come to an exhale, just release the posture. Both feet come to the earth. Inhale, exhale, let the knees fall over to the right. Empty the breath completely. And then inhale the knees up through center. And exhale, they fall over to the left. Inhale, the knees come back up through center. We'll take the second side, crossing the left ankle on top of the right thigh for figure four. Taking a moment to just get the action of pushing away through that left knee, flexing the left toes, feeling the opening in the outer hip, and then going for the full-fledged figure four, gathering the knee towards the body. Interlacing the fingers behind your right thigh. Soften the face. rock the hips side to side. Breathe. Exhale, release. Both feet come down to the earth. And you can find your prop. It can be the bolster, the blanket. I'm going to use blocks. We're coming into a restorative bridge posture. With the soles of the feet planted on the mat, knees point up towards the sky. Feet are about hips width distance apart. If you reach your fingers down alongside your hips, you should tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Feel the heart just sort of puff up a little bit there. And then see if you can touch the heels with the hands, the fingertips, and just scoop the toes so the heels are just out of reach. Find your feet pressing down through all four corners. Inhale, lift the hips. And then take your block or your prop and stack it underneath your sacrum. So you can have the block on the lowest setting with the bolster underneath you. I'm going to bring my block up to a medium setting for right now. Just breathe into the opening. Really feel the lower belly expanding. Feel the shoulders releasing to the ground. And then without changing anything else, just slide your right heel forward. So the foot is flexed, the toes are pointing up towards the sky, but the leg is extended and the heel presses down into the ground. Your left foot is still planting on the ground, sole of the foot planting, left knee points up towards the sky. The right leg is just extended straight, foot is flexed. Feel the opening through the front of your right thigh and hip. Relax the foot. Notice how that changes the posture. Flex the foot again and then drag the heel back in, planting the foot to match the left. And then press down through the left heel to extend that leg long in front of you. Flexing through the foot to begin. Breathing into the opening of the hip flexor. And then releasing the flex of the foot, just letting the toes relax. Through the foot again and drag the heel back in until the sole of the foot plants on the earth. Press down into the feet. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, set them back down. Hug the knees into the chest. So the hips are still supported by the block. The knees aren't going to come all the way into the chest. They just kind of come up. And then you can extend the feet up towards the sky. The legs should feel relatively weightless once they get in the correct alignment. So if you're not feeling that, check in with where you have your prop aligned, making sure that you have it aligned on the sacrum, which is this bony sort of triangular plate that's just above the butt and just below the low back. It's a nice place to balance. We've done work today to bring that area into a deeper alignment, a deeper balance, deeper ease. Just feel everything melting down towards the earth. The face softening. The heart opening and softening. The belly soft. Roll out the ankles. Change the direction of the circle. Point the toes, flex the toes. Let the feet come down to the earth. Feel them engage with the earth anew. Inhale, press down, lift the hips up, remove your prop, and set the hips down. We're moving into our Shavasana from here. So if you need anything else, a happy baby, just hugging the knees into the chest might feel nice. Eventually extending the legs long, allowing the body to fall open. Surrender, soften. The face melts. The bones settle. The muscles release. I'd like to share a reading from the Tao Te Ching, the book for the way of the Tao. This is number 16, Return to the Root. Attain utmost emptiness, purest calm. The myriad things arise. I watch their return, each thing in the world's profusion returning to its root, its true life destiny. The return to root is calm. The return to destiny is constancy. With constancy, there is light. Without constancy, delusions and calamities arise. Constancy is acceptance. Acceptance is to be noble, to be whole, one with heaven and nature, with the enduring Tao. With no self, there is no harm. Let yourself return to the root. If you're joining us on YouTube, I'm going to say goodbye to you now and leave you in rest. Namaste.